this is Matt for Into Boxing. Delighted to be joined for the second time by Elle Brooke. Elle, we're in Tibbs Boxing Gym.
Yeah.
You're here to do a session, but first off, before we get into all that, how's things? How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm busy, but I'm good. There's 2.5 weeks to my fight now, so I don't know. I'm not nervous, but I'm excited.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Is it a good nervous, like one of them things that you're actually like, up for and motivated for?
Yeah, and it's one of those things that I've been training for like so many weeks now. It's kind of, I bet that after the fight, I think I'm going to be like a bit lost. I'm like, do I still should I just like bug Mark? Like, can we still train? Or like, you know what I mean? But no, I'm really excited for it. It's like an excited nervous because, I kind of just want to get it out when out and done with, because it's like the anticipation's like growing each day, so.
How pleased are you with, obviously, the disappointment of the Astrid Wett fight cancellation, but you are still fighting, so you must be pleased that, obviously, with every cloud, your hard work's not going to go to waste.
Yeah, every cloud is silver lining, so hopefully this new opponent is still going to be a good challenge. And I've got my eyes set on her, so I have a feeling that you guys will like her because she seems more aggressive than Astrid. So I guess it's a bad thing for me, but a good thing for you guys.
Yeah. Was it hard when you heard the news, obviously, about the pullout to sort of think, you know what, because it takes a lot of dedication to do boxing. Was it a bit like, I really do not want to do all this training for no reason at all? So it must have been, was it a big frustration at the time?
It's frustrating, but it's hard to stay motivated, especially for me, because for me to be keen and working hard, I need to have a goal. And from her withdrawing, there's no goal anymore. That's been taken away. So it was hard. I've still been working hard. And also, what really confused me in my head was nutrition-wise, because I didn't know who my opponent was going to be. I didn't know, am I still losing weight? Am I maintaining weight? Am I trying to put a bit back on? So this last few weeks, I've been kind of lost, not in the sense of training, but everything else that kind of surrounds external factors. So, but it's been good, and having a new opponent in the works is giving me something to look forward to. So I'm just excited. Come July 16th, hopefully I can put my big ass mouth to prove that everything I've been saying is right, because I'm a cocky cunt. And if I
Yeah, you seem really reserved.
I know. And now it's like, oh my god, actually, you don't just talk about killing everyone all the time. No, I can chat normally, but no, I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm going to say, you came into the gym earlier and Mark asked about your weight. You're 3 pounds under the fighting weight already, and there's weeks to go. So I think that sort of shows an indication of how seriously you're actually taking this, because some fighters will get rid of that fight week, fight night. Shit.
We died.
We have died, but it doesn't matter. We don't matter.
Look great.
Oh wow! I'll alter that when we edit it. I'll just edit it up a bit. But yeah, so is that just an indication of how seriously you've actually taken this?
Yeah, and I think it's also guidance from Mark, because he knows that this is my first fight and I'm not a professional. I'm not even an amateur boxer yet. I haven't even had a fight. So he doesn't want to, put me through something that I don't necessarily have to go through. And when we had a long 10, 11, 12 weeks to get to this weight, he's made sure that I've cut the weight naturally and I'm feeling good whilst cutting the weight, so he can kind of see how I'm feeling and everything throughout the progress.
How much are you enjoying learning from the likes of Matt, but also Ebony Bridges in here? She's been saying that you have got a lot better the last few weeks and stuff like that. How's it been sort of under her? A little bit of guidance from the champ. What's it been like working with Ebony?
I love Ebony. She has been the nicest person to me from day dot. Obviously she was on Australia and she came back, and that was only a few weeks ago now. So I haven't been in this whole camp with her by my side, but ever since she's come back, I feel like I can learn so much from her, because we're both small, kind of similar build, height. So watching her, I can really take tips and reflect and kind of put that into my own boxing, because it's all nice having Johnny Fisher and John Hedges around, but I am not 6'6", heavyweight or anything like that. So watching them, it's hard to put in practice because I'm not going to box like them. Whereas Ebony, I can really like look at her, admire her, watch what she does, and every time I do, like it's hard because sometimes I'm training and I just want to be watching her. So and she's been amazing, and she will actually take time out of her day to be like, hey, you should do this, or she doesn't have to do that. She's a busy professional world champ, but she takes the time out to help me. So
I was going to say, how good's that? Obviously, world champion, and she's still giving you not the time of day, because I know she'd do that anyway. But does she give you any sort of like key advice or anything that sort of stuck you, even if it's regards to training or just what to do in the ring? Is there anything that sort of stuck you?
Do you know what? She taught me how to skip. And that's so mad because I feel like everyone, when she's so good because she's a natural teacher, and that's what she used to do.
She's a maths teacher, isn't she?
Yeah, she's a teacher. So I feel like with Mark sometimes he coaches professionals. He doesn't coach amateurs. So for her, she really breaks things down so simple for me, like every single step, and kind of takes the time to learn from a beginner. Whereas I think that Mark could just be like, get in there, like shake it on the chin, throws me in the deep end. Whereas Ebony will really
nuts and bolts.
Like literally dissect everything, even skipping to every single foot movement, like how to jump on the rope and everything like that. So she's extremely patient. So that's what I learned the best from her, because she really knows how to break things down from an amateur's perspective.
Yeah. Do you think after you've finished this fight, I know you've got a few contracts, but say when you've done however many fights you've got in your contract, do you think you'll still continue with this training, because it is a discipline and it does keeps you in the gym and motivated and things like that? Do you think you'll still stick to all this?
Yeah, 100%. It's given me purpose, Like I feel like my life was good before, but I didn't have anything goal-wise, and I think health and fitness is massively overlooked as it is, and to incorporate that into a sport is, I think, what I've been missing my whole life, because you can go to the gym and you can work out, but you're not fully exceeding your limits because you're not pushing yourself. So having this sport, and I've always been a bit of a fighter, a bit of a, anyway, so now I'm just like, I'm thriving off it, so 100% I'll keep it up. I am going to Ibiza for a week. After my fight, and then Orlando for and Miami for 2.5 weeks. But after that, I'll be sweet. I'll be back. I promise. I'm gonna have a month off, and then I'll be back.
You mentioned there you've always been a bit of a fighter. Did you ever get into any trouble when you were growing up? Any street fights? Any scraps? All like that?
Oh God, I've been in a few scraps at school. I even had a fight with my own sister, and we were pulling each other's hair out. But I was never
You won't do that again. Now you can box.
I don't know. In the press conference, I don't know why I grabbed Astrid's hair. I think it's because I didn't want her to grab mine, so I just grabbed hers, because I had my long hair extensions in. I was like, fuck that. Why did I kick her in a boxing? I don't know. I just wanted damage, clearly. A bit of a wrong one. But yeah, it was a few fights at school, but nothing too crazy.
Yeah. Have you got a message for people and where they can watch your fight in a couple of weeks?
Yeah, so it's streamed PPV on Kingpin. I'll be sharing the link on my story, which my Instagram is @thedumbledong. So make sure you go on my story @thedumbledong and click the link nearer to the time. But keep follow me for all the updates, okay?
Elle Brooke, thanks for talking to Into Boxing again, and look forward to seeing how you get on.
Thank you.